fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Play to win. Let's go.
Jahan, what are you?
Too little, got tap.
300. 6-6. Pull it high.
Shit.
Check. Hey, Jahan.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. Falcons. Tevin Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an alley to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Stay with your man. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. General West.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down now, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Cousins. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Walker has it. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go, buddy.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces. On that, the conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Yellow, he's right behind.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Delaney Walker. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Falcons 14, Buccaneers nothing.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That's caught out wide by Stills. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Check team spell. Check 25. Check 25. On snap.
On third down, here's Hunt. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
61, matchbox lights.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Gone.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Pilot, 64, weak.
36.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. RG3, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, exit.
To throw again. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Operating from the gun, Jones. Buying time to his under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Alone to the right is Jones. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 3, check 3.
Let's go.
Jones throwing on fourth down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Keep playing hard.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Jones, operating from the gun.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Box truck.
Tammons and Mike. Watch the screen. 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 Sevens and Mike.
Hey, Alpha, you ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We ain't giving him nothing today.
Tammons and Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Speak grip.
Now Jones, gonna throw again. Flushed out right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. It's complete. Stills. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 7, Jones going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now Cousins. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And some room to run now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Throwing, Cousins. And Stills bringing it in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kenny Stills with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass from
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Now.
Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, complete. That's Grant.
Jones pass. A 9-yard gain on the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Jam.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet,
this is caught at the 20. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 72 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I did. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Check 13. Get it.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete.
Come on now, let's go.
Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on second and 13. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. It's caught. Stills right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Cousins now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Second and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 9. Jones operating from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Double tight, 3 down.
They'll run on first down. Coleman, he's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Jones now on first down, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones to throw again. And that's incomplete. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Jones. It's complete to Grant. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
30 base.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
All day, dog. Hatchet. Shift.
61, matchbox lights.
Turn it up.
Shoot.
On 1st down, Hunt. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Cousins here to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Pilot, 64.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Benardrick McKinney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay,
Playing skills, you did. All in the rest, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the rest, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car in the wrist, all in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the rest, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch, they saying you switch you won't get it. You know they can't be you was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters,